Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya, Ravinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Govinda, Govinda Govinda. Gopala Gopala, Gopala Gopala. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari. Patita Pavana, Gaura Hari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Maya. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय श्री राम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की, जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की, जय श्री गुरुताई की, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर सीतनाथ प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं तदो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेष भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिमत्कृपादमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुर्दीनदारिणं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकान्द राधाकान्द नमस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताकस्वामिन्नदनामने नमाचार्यपादाय निताय कृपप्रदायिने गौरगदादामदाय नगरग्रामधारिणे नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्नदनामने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरि ओम तत्सत। Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, text number 31. Ajata Shatru Krita Maitro Hutagnir Vipran Natva Tila Go Bhumi Rukmai Griham Pravishto Guru Vandanaya Na Cha Pashyat Pitarau Saubalim Cha Ajada Shatru Krita Maitra Hutagni Vipran Natva Tilago Bhumi Rukmai Griham Pravishto Guru Vandanaya Nacha Pashyat Pitarau Saubalim Cha Ajada Shatru Krita Maitro Hutagni Vipran Natva Tilago Bhumi Rukmai Griham Pravishto Guru Vandanaya Nacha Pashyat Pitarau Saubalim Cha
प्रविष्टो गुरुवन्दनाय च पश्यात् पितरौ सौबलिं च
Translation and purport are by loving divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: Maharaja Yudhishthira, whose enemy was never born, performed his daily morning duties by praying, offering fire sacrifice to the sun god, and offering obeisances, grains, cows, land, and gold to the Brahmanas. He then entered the palace to pay respects to the elderly. However, he could not find his uncles or aunt, the daughter of King Subala. Purport: Maharaja Yudhishthira was the most pious king because he personally practiced daily the pious duties for the householders. The householders are required to rise early in the morning, and after bathing they should offer respects to the deities at home by prayers, by offering fuel in the sacred fire, by giving the Brahmanas in charity land, cows, grains, gold, etc., and at last offering to the elderly members due respects and obeisances. One who is not prepared to practice injunctions prescribed in the Shastras cannot be a good man simply by book knowledge. Modern householders are practiced to different modes of life, namely to rise late and then take bed tea without any sort of cleanliness and without any purificatory practices as mentioned above. The household children are taken to practice what the parents practice, and therefore the whole generation glides towards hell. Nothing good can be expected from them unless they associate with sadhus. Like Dhritarashtra, the materialistic person may take lessons from a sadhu like Vidura and thus be cleansed of the effects of modern life. Maharaja Yudhishthira, however, could not find in the palace his two uncles, namely Dhritarashtra and Vidura, along with Gandhari, the daughter of King Subala. He was anxious to see them and therefore asked Sanjaya, the private secretary of Dhritarashtra. Translation: Maharaja Yudhishthira, whose enemy was never born, performed his daily morning duties by praying, offering fire sacrifice to the sun god, and offering obeisances, grains, cows, land, and gold to the Brahmanas. He then entered the palace to pay respects to the elderly. However, he could not find his uncles or aunt, the daughter of King Subala. Hari Om Tat Sat. So, here we have an interesting terminology associated with Dharmaputra. How is Dharmaputra addressed here in this? Ajata Shatru. What does Ajata Shatru mean? Whose here Prabhupada is translating, whose enemy was never born, who never had any enemies. That is the meaning of Ajata Shatru. Is there anybody in this world who is like that? Who doesn't have any enemies? We will say, or to speak of outside enemies, Prabhu, inside my house itself there are 2 enemies sitting daily. My number 1 enemy is my wife. My number 2 enemy is my elder son. This is the situation in modern Kali Yuga household. So, is it really possible for someone to have no enemies at all? Is it practically possible? No. But is it possible for Dharmaputra? He is such a noble soul. Is it possible for him? If he didn't have any enemies, then how was there a Mahabharata war? Isn't it? There was a great Kurukshetra war. Then who were fighting against him? Then how can we call him Ajata Shatru? How did Duryodhana plan to burn him inside the lac house? Was it because Duryodhana loved Dharmaputra so much that he wanted to burn him alive inside that house? I love you so much, you better get burned in the house. So now the question is, why is Dharmaputra addressed as Ajata Shatru? Why? Isn't it wrong to address him Ajata Shatru? Yes, sir. He had a lot of Shatrus, beginning with Duryodhana. Isn't it? So why is he addressed as Ajata Shatru? That is a point. Ajata Shatru has got the meaning, the person who never considers anyone else as his enemy. He may consider him as an enemy. I may consider you as my enemy, but you will never consider me as your enemy. Such a person is known as Ajata Shatru. That is why in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha. He is a revealed devotee. He doesn't have any hatred, any enmity with anyone whatsoever. Is it important to have such a mindset for a devotee? Is it important? Yes, it's very important. If you go taking revenge, if you start harboring hatred towards all your enemies, then can you ever become peaceful in life? No. You will never be peaceful. Always some enemy will come to your mind. Some feeling of hatred will arise in your mind. So if you want to be peaceful in life, then you have to decide that I will not consider anyone else as my enemy. Let them consider me as my enemy. That's fine. I will do all wrong things. I will not consider anybody as my enemy. I will not take care of my wife. I will not go to job. I will stay very calm and peaceful. I will not consider anybody as my enemy. They have lot of hatred towards me. They scold me. They get angry at me. Poor ignorant people. Let them continue to do so. But I will not consider them as an enemy. Is that okay? Huh? Is it okay? No. Then why are they scolding you? Because you are not doing your duties, isn't it? So you got to do your duties. You got to make sure that you don't do anything which will make them inimical. Isn't it? You take their land in an illegal way and say, I don't consider them as my enemy. They are simply fighting. They have filed a case against me. What to do? Ignorant people. No, that cannot happen. You have to make sure that you also don't do anything which makes them inimical towards you. Right? So in that sense, Dharmaputra was Ajata Shatru. And another thing that we have to learn from Dharmaputra here is, he's a very pious king. He always did his duties. Say early morning after getting up, what all he is doing? Did you notice what all he is doing? He started by praying. He first went to the puja room and prayed. Then offered fire sacrifice to the sun god, Surya Narayana. He did offering. And then he offered obeisances. It is simply said, offered obeisances. To whom all does he offer obeisances, you know? Dharmaputra. Daily, he will offer obeisances to Krishna. Okay? Mentally. He cannot do that directly to Krishna. Even when Krishna comes in front of him, Dharmaputra cannot pay his obeisances. He is little unlucky in that sense. Why? Because he is elder. So what Krishna will do, you know, when he sees Dharmaputra, he will pay his Dandavat Pranams to Dharmaputra. He will touch his feet and he will say, please bless me. He is so humble, my Lord, our Lord. And then he will pay pranams to all the elders. And the first person Dharmaputra pays pranams to in the very morning is whom? Dhritarashtra. Can you believe that? The person was always trying to kill him, to take away his kingdom, has never done anything good to him in his whole life. And Dharmaputra goes and pays his obeisances first thing in the morning to Dhritarashtra. How many of us can do that? These are the value systems that we have to learn from the devotees. Nowadays, people don't even pay obeisances to their own parents. Ama, avaru kadakrar. Chumma. Noi. In Tamil they say. Why we should pay him obeisances? The old man. Simply he'll sit and talk. You don't even pay obeisances to our own parents, or to speak about a person like Dhritarashtra, isn't it? So he used to pay a lot of obeisances. And then what he did? Grains, cows, land and gold to the Brahmanas. He paid obeisances to the Brahmanas and then he donated what? Grains, land, gold, cows. How many of you have donated gold to Brahmanas in your life? Kanakadanam. No? How many of you have done Godanam in your life? Only Madhusudan has done. He is raising his hand. No, not even one cow. How many of you have done Bhudanam in your life? Donating land in charity. No? See, this is Dharmaputra. Maybe you are saying, Ama, avarukku irukku, avaru pannaru. You don't even have half a site in Bangalore. Where to do Bhudanam? Where to do Godanam? It's not like that. Charity should be done with whatever you have. If you have 100 rupees, do charity for at least 20 rupees. That you can do now. But that itself you don't do. So Dharmaputra used to do all these things. He then entered the palace to pay respects to the elderly, and then he starts his daily shows. So these are all very important. So if you see Sanatana Dharma, people were all trained to do their duties. Vidura, did he do the duty? Yes. He went and preached to his brother. He did his duty. Did Dhritarashtra do his duty? Yes, now he did. He went to the forest. Did Gandhari do her duty? Yes. She went, she accompanied along with her husband. So were they all happy when they did their duties? Were they happy or sad after doing their duties? They were happy. So to remain happy, one important thing that we have to learn is we have to do our prescribed duties. Then only you will be happy. When we continuously do our duty, sometimes Maya will tell us, you take a break, then you will be happy. Every Sunday, why are you going to Medal? The same Venudari Prabhu will be there. One day you take a break. Go somewhere else. Go to Kabban Park, go to Alsur Lake, take a boating, or simply go and watch the traffic in Bangalore. Or you take a daily pass in metro, go back and forth whole day in the metro. It's only 150 rupees per head, very cheap. Why do you want to always go to Medal every Sunday? Sometimes the mind will say, isn't it? You don't do your duty, you will be happy. But it is Maya. Only if you do your duty, you will become happy. Isn't it? So that's why now it is Radhyatra time. Isn't it? So many Radhyatras. We started with July 1st, right? We had Radhyatra at Jagannath Puri. Then we had Radhyatra at so many places. Yesterday we had Radhyatra at Seshadripuram ISKCON. Isn't it? Day before yesterday we had Radhyatra at ISKCON Trichy. And today we are going to have Radhyatra at HBR layout. How many of you are planning to go? Harivo. So, would you like to hear something about Jagannath since it is Radhyatra time, or will you continue? Jagannath. Okay. So, the land of Jagannath is very miraculous and mysterious. The moment you think about Jagannath, he is a very different person. He is not like the usual, deity that we usually see in temples. Can you think about any specialities of Jagannath which is not seen anywhere else in the world? Yes. Daru Brahman. Yes. That is one speciality. The deity is made of Daru. Daru means wood. So Brahman has come in the form of wood. That is one speciality. Right. Anything else? That is a very great speciality of Jagannath temple. Nowhere else the Moola Vigraha will come out. Isn't it? If something happens to the Moola Vigraha in any temple, then it is considered as inauspicious. The Moola Vigraha should not even shake. He is fixed with the Ashtabandham. If something happens to the deity, even if it slightly shakes, it is considered as inauspicious. They do Deva Prashna and they make sure that the deity is intact. But here the very Moola Vigraha comes out to give darshan to lakhs of people. And this time he gave darshan to how many people, you know? How many people? 17 lakhs. Can you believe that? One shot, 17 lakhs of people delivered at a go. Punarjanmana vidyate. Who will do that? 17 lakhs at a stretch. So that is one speciality. Any other specialities? Prasadam. Only in Jagannath Puri it is known as Mahaprasadam. Everywhere it is known as Prasadam. Balaji Prasadam, Udupi Prasadam, isn't it? But in Jagannath Puri alone it is known as Mahaprasadam. Why it is known as Mahaprasadam? One is it is made by Mahalakshmi. Any other reason? It will never end. How much ever you eat, it will keep coming like Akshaya Patra from Ananda Bazaar. Then, any other reason? Usually we get prasadam after it is honored by the deity. But there, after Jagannath honors it, it is again sent to another special person. Who is that? Bimala Devi, Parvati Devi. She also honors it. And then it becomes Ma Prasadam. Ma Prasadam, Mahaprasadam. Isn't it? That is a speciality. Then, why it is called as Mahaprasadam? Any other reasons?
Devotee has taken it. Devotee has taken it, then again we are
Oh yeah, a devotee, a pure devotee like Bimala Devi took it first. So it is known as Mahaprasadam. Any other reason? Huh? The prasadam is not called juta. See, one speciality there is, usually in any other temple, you make a huge quantity of prasadam, then take little in a small plate and then offer it to the Lord. Then it is mixed. Sometimes they mix, sometimes it is not even required. But in Jagannath Puri, what happens? The same cooking pot, the entire boga is offered to the Lord. So whatever is made becomes Mahaprasadam. It is not that only a small portion is Mahaprasadam, rest is Prasadam. Here everything is Mahaprasadam. And you know how they cook in that kitchen? Pots. There is a very unique style of cooking there. How you know? One on top of another, one on top of another. Like that, how many pots will go? 7 pots. Which pot will get cooked first? The 7th. Logically, as per science, which pot should be cooked first? The first one. Because that is closest to the fire. But which is farthest from the fire gets cooked first. Isn't it a miraculous thing? You can still see that. Miraculous thing. Around 1,000 devotees work there as cooks. Isn't it? Around 750, adupu is there. What do you call adupu? Fire or burners. It is there. Amazing. And as she said, how much ever people come, there is still prasadam to feed everyone. Everyone. So, there are so many specialities like this. And even the Rath Yatra, the cart, they are all very special, isn't it? Do you know that each one of them have their own names? Like what is the name of Jagannath's Rath? Nandi Ghosh, or it is also known as Garuda Dvaja, right? What is the height? 45 feet. How many chakras it has? 16 chakras. Why 16 chakras? What is the significance of 16 chakras? 16 kalas. The Lord is Shodasha Kala Purna. He is full of 16 kalas. So it has 16 chakras. What is the main color of the canopy there? Yellow. Yellow. How many horses are there? 4. Who is the charioteer of that Radha? Daruka. Daruka, isn't it? And what is the name of the chariot of Baladev? Taladwaja. Right. How many wheels? 14 wheels. What is the significance of 14 wheels? 14 Brahmandas, 14 Manvantaras in one day of Lord Brahma. Right? Then who is the charioteer? Is it a kiss program or a Bhagavatam program? Who is the charioteer of Baladev? Matali. Who is Matali? You heard about Matali? He came during the time of Ramayana to help Rama. That person came. Who is that? During the time of Rama Ravana Yuddha. Why he came? Because Ravana was fighting in a huge chariot. And did Rama have any chariot? He was fighting on the land. Barefoot, standing on the bhumi, he was fighting. So then everyone started scolding Devendra. Are yaar, Lord Rama appeared to help you, to kill Ravana. Why don't you help Lord Rama? He is standing on the ground and fighting. Why don't you send your Ratha? Oh really, I should send her. Then he sent his chariot along with his charioteer Matali. So who is Matali? Indra's charioteer. Okay. And what is the main color of the canopy of Baladev's Radha? Blue. That is the main color, bluish. Balaram also likes to wear bluish garments. Have you noticed? Krishna wears yellow. And what is the name of Subhadra's chariot? Huh? Devadala, Padmadvaja, many names are there. How many wheels? 12. What do they signify? 12 months. 12 months in a year. Isn't it? Huh? Who is the charioteer? Arjuna. So like that there are so many details about even the Radha of the Lord. And when does the Radha Yatra, that festival actually start? It actually starts from Snana Purnima, isn't it? The whole function starts from there. In Snana Purnima, what happens? What happens? Snana Purnima is the day when Lord Jagannath is given a bath with how many kalashas? 108 kalashas. And the water is taken from a special well. Do you know that? It is not taken from a normal well. It is taken from a special well located at the northern side of Jagannath temple. And there is one special deity, one Devi guarding that well. Her name is Sheetalima. And she keeps the well water cool. That is her duty. So her service comes only once in a year. She doesn't have service for 364 days. She is serving the Lord only once in a year. For getting that service, she is standing there for 364 days. So that is the eagerness of the devotees to do seva for Jagannath. And their only duty is to guard that well from where water is taken to do Snan Yatra. In gold pots, 108 jugs of water is taken. Right? And then another speciality of Jagannath is only in Jagannath temple the deities are changed. Isn't it? What is the time period? Sometimes 12 years, sometimes 17 years, sometimes 19 years. It depends on so many other factors. Yeah, double Ashada should come. And how do they know from which tree they have to make the deities? Okay, the tree will have Shankh Chakra, but where will the tree be? How do you know? Orissa is a big state. Where will that be? Where can you find the tree? You usually said Shankh Chakra will be there, you can go and find it. But in Orissa, where will you search for the tree where there will be a Shankh Chakra? What is the location? Huh? No, there is one mystical way of doing it. From Jagannath Puri, I think you have to travel around 1 hour. It's near Konark. You know Konark Sun Temple? Near Konark, there is one place called Kakatpur. Kakatpur. Okay? Any Bengalis here? Any Orients here? You are an Orient? You heard about Kakatpur? Yeah. So there is a temple by the name Ma Mangala Devi. You heard about that temple? Yes. Ma Mangala Devi. It's a special deity there. And when it is time to change the deities, the special Purohits, the Pandas will go to Ma Mangala Devi temple. And there they will worship her and they will sleep there. And in the dream, Ma Mangala Devi will come and tell where is the location of this tree. So Devi also helps. And sometimes they will sleep for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, no dream will come. They will keep on sleeping. Devi is not coming in the dream. Then what they will do, you know? Then they know Devi is not pleased. So they have a special homa to please the Devi. Then the Devi is pleased. Then she will come and tell where you can find the tree. She will tell the location. Then they will go there, and as you said, in the tree there should be Shankh Chakra Mudras should be there. Then what else should be there? The tree should stand by the side of a river, a pond, or a smashana. You heard about that? Yeah. You cannot simply go and find one tree with the Shanga Chakra. The tree should stand by the side of a river, or a pond, or a smashana. Then, even then the condition is not satisfied. The tree should be of lightly blackish in hue for Jagannath, lightly whitish for Baladev, and lightly yellowish for Subhadramaya. And the tree should not have any nests of any birds. No bird nest must be there in that big tree. So many conditions. And then, even the condition is not yet over. A cobra should guard that tree. And you should see that cobra. When the Purohit sees the cobra and the cobra sees the Purohit, the cobra will go away. Then you should pay your obeisances to the tree, do some special puja. Then you should cut the tree and you should carry it. You should not place it on the ground. Like that, so many conditions has to be satisfied. And then they do Navakalaivar, isn't it? That whole ceremony is known as Navakalaivar. So it's all very special. So once what happened was, there was one devotee, his name was Haridas ji. He was staying in Vrindavan. So the speciality of this devotee is, normally if you are a Krishna Bhakta, then what will happen? You will like Vrindavan and you will like Krishna. You like Krishna very much, so you like Vrindavan also, right? And you want to stay in Vrindavan. Suppose you are a Jagannath Bhakta, you will like Jagannath and you would like to stay where? Jagannath Puri. But this Haridas ji is very special. He likes Jagannath, but he wants to stay in Vrindavan. He likes Jagannath very much, but then he wants to stay in Vrindavan. And then he is praying to Jagannath that, "Oh Jagannath, I want to stay in Vrindavan always, but I would like to take your darshan daily. Is it possible? Staying in Vrindavan, how can you daily take darshan of Jagannath?" But somehow he had the deep desire. So one day, Jagannath appeared to him in his dream and said, "Within a few days, Navakalaivar is going to happen. So what you do, you go there, you go to Puri and you ask the pujaris and they will give you the old deities. And you can bring the old deities and install in Vrindavan. So that daily you can take darshan of Jagannath form." Okay. They will anyway make new deities. So he is very happy. So he went with all his followers to Jagannath Puri. And there Navakalaivar is going to happen. Navakalaivar means what? They will bury the old deities in a place called, what is that? Koili Vaikunda. There is one special place within the temple complex. It is known as Koili Vaikunta. Even now if you go there you can see. They will point out to the ground a place. And when it is time for Navakalaivar, they will dig that land and they will place 3 golden simhasanas there and the old deities will be placed there. And they will cover up with sand. And the miraculous thing is, after 12 years, they will dig in the same place. And the deities would have vanished. You will not find the deities. It's very miraculous. So that is how they do Navakalaivara. And this Haridas ji came and he went to the pujaris and asked, "Can you give the deities, old deities?" Then they say, no, as per our system, we would like to bury the deities. We cannot give it to you. No, no, no. Jagannath only came and told me that if you ask the pujaris, they will give. You don't know. You ask the king. So he went to the king. And the king said, no, this is age-old custom. We cannot give the deities to anyone. We are going to bury the deities. But then that day night, Jagannath came in the dream of the king and said, he is my devotee, he will take nice care of me, he is going to take me to Vrindavan. So you please give the deities to him. And then the king got satisfied and he gave the deities to this Haridasji. So now the speciality is, in Vrindavan also you can take darshan of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. Have you visited that temple in Vrindavan? Have you visited? No. That temple is known as Jagannath Dham. It is located in the Parikrama Marg. The same Jagannath, we can take darshan. So Jagannath is very merciful and he comes out to give darshan to so many conditioned people. Many people are not ready to go to his temple and take his darshan. That is, when he comes out of the temple, for Rath Yatra, one mistake that he does is, he doesn't take the permission of Lakshmi Devi. He simply comes out like that. Actually, after marriage, the bride goes and lives with the bridegroom in his place. But in the case of Jagannath, it is the opposite. Where is Jagannath living? Jagannath is living in Lakshmi Devi's place. That is why Jagannath temple's name is what? Actual name is what? Sri Mandir. The mandir's name is Sri Mandir. It is not Jagannath Mandir. We call Jagannath Mandir. Actually it is Sri Mandir. It is Lakshmi Devi's temple, Lakshmi Devi's place. So without taking permission, Jagannath goes out for Rath Yatra. So Lakshmi Devi will become angry or not? He will become angry. Lakshmi Devi actually became angry very much once upon a time. Do you remember when Lakshmi Devi got very angry once? Once when Bhrigu Maharshi visited Vaikunta. Why he visited Vaikunta? Who is the Supreme? They wanted to do an yajna in Tirumala and they wanted to offer the Purnahudi to the most suitable person. So they wanted to know who is the best among the Trimurtis. So Bhrigu Maharshi first went to Brahmaloka and then Brahma offered him respect and everything, and Bhrigu Maharshi scolded him. He said, what kind of person you are? He ran behind your own daughter. Like that. Then Brahma became very angry. So Bhrigu Maharshi understood that he is not the best among Trimurtis. He lost his cool. He lost his control. Then he went to Kailas. And then as soon as Shiva saw Bhrigu Maharshi, he ran and he wanted to embrace Bhrigu Maharshi. Bhrigu said, don't touch me. You are a dirty person. Why? You are always living in Smashanam and you take those ashes and apply on your body. I just now took bath, I applied shampoo, everything, and now you are coming and hugging me or what? You don't even take bath. Don't touch me. Then Shiva became angry. Okay. Then Bhrigu understood that Shiva is also not the supreme. Then he went to Vaikunta. Then as soon as he went to Vaikunta, he started scolding Vishnu. This is a lazy person. He simply is lying down. His devotees are suffering in the material world. He is not at all worried. Nice, you continue. Vishnu is saying, continue. It's so nice to hear. And he is nicely in Yoga Nidra. He is not at all worried. He is scolding him like anything. Vishnu is like that. Then finally, Bhrigu lost his anger. He lost his temper. He is supposed to test others. But now he became angry. He went and straight away stamped him on his chest. And then, did Vishnu become angry? Lakshmi Devi became angry. Why she became angry? Because she resides there. It is her place. On his chest, Vakshasthalam is the place of Lakshmi Devi. And she became angry. Vishnu is even now smiling. Very nice. And then he got up coolly from his yoga nidra and he fell at his feet and he touched his feet and what he asked, you know, Bhrigu Maharshi? He asked something to Bhrigu Rishi. Did your lotus feet get hurt? Because my chest is so hard. Maybe you got hurt, I am sorry, okay? He stamped and he is asking sorry. Hearing this, Lakshmi Devi lost her full temper. My husband is going and asking sorry to this Rishi. He stamped his chest. So she couldn't tolerate and she went to Kolhapur. That's a big story, right? And she was there. So again now Lakshmi Devi became angry. And then she is waiting. Will Jagannath come back on his own? It is 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days. He is not coming back. Then she became very angry. So that day is known as Hera Panchami. Hera Panchami means the 5th day. It is 5 days since Jagannath left Sri Mandir. So then she is very angry, and when women get angry, when they are then they are not satisfied with their husbands, what will they do? They will go to another lady. Only ladies will support. You know, they will say, my husband is also like that. They are all like that. Men are all like that. Nicely they will support each other. And then she was looking around for one lady to get support. And luckily there is Parvati Devi there. Bimala Devi. So she straight away went to Bimala Devi's house. And you said, you know what, Jagannath? Yeah, men are like that only. They are always like that. No, they don't understand women's feelings, heart. They are hard-hearted, this, that. Like that nicely Bimala Devi supported Lakshmi Devi. Then Bimala Devi said, if you go and call him and all, he will not come. So I have a special trick for him. I will give you a special powder. If you put it on his face, he will get attracted to you. That is known as Mohana Churna. You heard about that? No? It is available in the market. All ladies know. 100 rupees per kg. It is known as Mohana Churna. You know, as soon as you put it on the face of your husband, he will come behind you. That powder is there. So Vimala Devi gave 1 kilo of Mohana Churna. You take it with you. Go to Gundicha Mandir. Put it all over his face. If it doesn't work, put it on his head, mouth, wherever you want, you put. Make sure that he comes back with you. And then Lakshmi Devi, poor Lakshmi Devi, believing the words of Vimala Devi, is carrying one backpack full of Mohana Churna and going to where? Gundicha Mandir. There she is seeing the car of Jagannath is parked outside. She is looking at the car. You know, she is very angry. And then she goes straight away to Gundicha Mandir, and then without saying anything, she simply pours all the powder onto Jagannath's face. Jagannath wipes it and says, I will come later. Mohana Churna did not work. 1 kilo wasted. Then Lakshmi Devi is so angry, she goes out of the temple and then she kicks the Ratha of Jagannath. What is the name of Jagannath's Rath? Nandigo. She kicks the Rath and the Ratha breaks and one piece falls down. She is so angry. You know that this is not a story. She actually does that, isn't it? So even now the Lakshmi Devi's pujaris will break the Rath of Jagannath and one piece will fall down. Even now it is there because Lakshmi Devi originally did that. And that the Rath is broken. And then Lakshmi Devi goes back to her house, Sri Mandir. And Jagannath is there, Aram, you know, 6th day, 7th day, 8th day, 9th day. Now she is thinking, I think I got married to Lakshmi Devi, some time back. Maybe I should go back to her. Now he is remembering. Now Mohana Churna is working very late. And then Jagannath goes back on the 9th day to Sri Mandir. And there Lakshmi Devi has already closed the doors. No more entry. You cannot come inside now. You don't want me, no? You like Gundicha Mandir, no? You stay there. Rest of your life. You don't come here. And she closed the door. Now Jagannath has to get in. How to get in? Husbands know the trick. How? In Tamil Nadu they will buy Tirunelveli Alva. Here Tirunelveli Alva is not there, so Jagannath buys rasgullas. And Jagannath takes rasgullas and say, Lakshmi Devi, I got some nice rasgullas. I only made. You made. You don't know even how to boil milk. How you made rasgullas? No. I only made for you. Like that, he will say lies and all. Somehow, she gets pacified because of the rasgullas. And then giving rasgullas, he will enter again Srimant. So this is how it happens. So it's all very personal, That's what you have to learn from all these pastimes. Jagannath is not like somebody, like a log of wood. No. He's a person. He has got a lot of emotions for his devotees. He has got a lot of love for his devotees. And all these personal leelas happen there. And he is very, very, very merciful. You want to hear one pastime or it's already 10:30. It's okay, one more pastime. That is, once there was a king. His name was Ramachandra Dev. He was ruling the area of Kurda. You know Kurda, even now, it's time. Okay, there Prabhu, that umpire is showing like this. So I have to stop. Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Vishwabhadra Maya ki jai. Jai Shri Gopad ki jai. So please go to Radhyatra. Take the special mercy of Lord Jagannath Baladev and Shubhadra. He is very merciful, especially on his Radhyatra day. Don't miss this opportunity. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Gopad ki jai. Pardon? I can continue, but the umpire said no. It's okay, umpire? Okay. So, we started with the Ramachandra Dev, right? So this person is ruling in the area of Kurda. See, if you want to go to Jagannath Puri, there are two ways of going there, isn't it? I don't know from here how it works out. Either you go straight to Puri, or you get down at which station? Bhubaneswar, or there is a third option. Which station? Kurda Road. You heard about Kurda Road? Yeah, there is a station by the name Kurda Road. So those days also it was known as Kurda. So this ruler was ruling that province. And there was a Muslim attack. And I think that ruler's name was Thakil Khan. You remember? You know this story? No. Thakil Khan, yeah. So he attacked that area. And he especially was targeting this Ramachandra Dev, because Ramachandra Dev was a great devotee of Jagannath. And one of the agendas of all these Muslim rulers is to convert the Hindus into Muslims. That is one of their agendas. So he knew very well that if Ramachandra Dev gets converted, then automatically many of his followers will also get converted into Islam. So they had a huge battle, a fierce battle. Ramachandra Dev tried his very best, but somehow he was defeated in the battle, and he was captured. And the ruler said, this Thakil Khan said, see, I will give back your kingdom. You will be reinstated as the king. Nothing will happen to you. I will go away, but on one condition. You know what was that condition? You should become a Muslim. You should leave all your Jagannath, Baladev, all those things. And you should embrace my religion. Then I will give back everything that you lost. Okay? Suppose somebody took away all your home. You lost your job. They took away all your bank balance. Everything they took away. You lost everything. And then they are saying, you should leave your Krishna. You should not chant from today onwards. If you agree on that condition, we will give back everything. We will also give one more apartment in Seshadripuram as an additional bonus. 1 crore rupees in your bank account. But only condition, you should not worship Krishna or chant his holy name. How many of you will do that? All of us, right? No? Sure? 1 crore is not enough, 2 crores. No? What is your price? How many crores will do the job?
Krishna will give back to us.
Huh?
Krishna is the supreme, he will give to us.
So you will not settle for any crores.
He will give more than we want.
He will give. So the king also did not agree. He said, no. Let me lose everything. I will not leave my Jagannath. Then the king was imprisoned. He was put in jail. He was punished. He was tortured. He did not agree. Then this Takil Khan is wondering how to convert this man. He is so strong in his devotion to Jagannath. What I should do now? Then he got a trick. He got an idea. He called him. He called Ramachandra Dev and said, from today onwards I will not touch you. I will not punish you. I will not do anything to you. But I want to inform you one thing. Tomorrow I am sending my troops to destroy Sri Mandir. Tomorrow your Sri Mandir, your Jagannath Mandir is going to be destroyed. You rest in peace. I will not do anything to you. Then the king changed his heart. He thought, because of me, the whole Jagannath Mandir, Jagannath Puri Mandir is going to be destroyed. And the king also said, from now onwards, in my province, whoever goes to the temple, they have to pay a tax. Temple tax, worship tax, temple visit tax. Such things were there. If you have to go to temple, you have to pay money to the ruler. For one darshan, this much money. And I will also torture your devotees. I will destroy your temple, Jagannath temple. I will impose tax. I will torture your devotees. Is that okay? Then this king said, no. I will embrace Islam. I will become Muslim. Then using this chance, this wicked ruler did one more thing. You should do one more thing. What is that? You should marry my sister Rajia. That is her name. You should marry my sister. And she is a Muslim lady. So that ruler understood he is a nice king. He has got a lot of value systems. He will nicely take care of my sister. And not only that, all his children will also become Muslims. Then the Jagannath worship will stop. And the poor king accepted that also. No other go. Otherwise the temple will be destroyed. And then he became a Muslim. He married that lady. And on the wedding day, it's the first night. And that Rajia is coming to the bedroom. And then this king is crying like anything, calling out to Jagannath, Jagannath, what is happening to me in my life? I have to leave you. I have to leave my religion. And I have to marry this lady. I married this lady. And then this lady's mother, that is who? This Rajia's mother is a Hindu lady. And not only she is a Hindu lady, she is a devotee of Jagannath. And this lady's mother told Jagannath is supreme. You should always worship Jagannath. Maybe not externally. Internally, you don't worship in front of your father. He will not like. So internally, this lady is a great Jagannath devotee. That is how she got a chance to marry a Jagannath devotee. Isn't it? So then she came, she paid her obeisances to the king and said, I am a very fallen soul. All said and done, I am born in this family. I am a devotee of Jagannath. But you never have to touch me if you don't like to do so. The very first day, she told him. And I am a Jagannath devotee, for your information. So now the king became very happy. Even though externally she is a Muslim, she is actually a Jagannath devotee. She is a Hindu. Her mother is a Hindu. Her mother was forced into marriage by this wicked ruler. So then, anyway, now the king, this Muslim ruler, released him. Because he has to release. Why? Because now, now he is a close relative. So he was set free. His kingdom was given back to him. Everything was reinstated. But then he was very sad. Who? Ramachandra Dev. Why is he sad? He got back all his kingdom. But now he is very sad. Why? Yes. But that is only externally, no? Internally he is still Jagannath devotee only. But now why is he sad? Why is he sad? Because now he cannot enter the temple. As per the rule of Jagannath Mandir, the Muslims are Jai Shri Jagannath Baladeshwara Dharmaya ki Jai, Jai Shri Garutai ki Jai. Now he cannot enter the temple. Now he cannot take darshan of Lord Jagannath. Every day he used to take darshan. He cannot take darshan. So he goes to the Simhadwar of Jagannath Mandir and then he starts praying from there. Oh Lord Jagannath, I am so fallen, but today onwards I am not able to take your darshan. So every day he goes there and pays his obeisances from outside, from Simhadwar, and cries and mentally prays to Lord Jagannath. He goes. He is not at all happy. So one day the Lord appeared to the Pujari and said, you should make an exact replica of me and install me at Simhadwar so that Ramachandra Dev can take my darshan. Jagannath went and told the Pujari, because he is crying daily, I cannot take your darshan, I cannot take your darshan. So then a special deity looking exactly like the Jagannath who is inside was made and installed at Simhadwar so that anybody who is not allowed entrance into the temple can take darshan. And that deity's name is Patita Pavan Ki Jai. So Jagannath is so merciful, so merciful. So if anybody cannot go inside Jagannath Mandir, even now if you go to Simhadwar, have you seen Patit Pavan? He is so smiling like a child, so innocently he is there giving darshan and mercy to everybody. And you can take darshan. And Jagannath said, don't worry, whatever benefit you will get by taking my darshan, by coming inside, the same benefit you will get by taking darshan of Patit Pavan. I am non-different from Patita Pavan. So because of the mercy of Jagannath, because of the mercy of the devotion of Ramachandra Dev, now anybody can get the darshan of Lord Jagannath. Jai Srila Patit Pavan ki Jai, Jai Shri Ramachandra Dev ki Jai, Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.